Welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. We got a winter storm coming. It's going to hit pretty much about 85% of the country. And I know a year ago, I done a video on the 2025 storm we had here in Eastern Kentucky. And we had a big ice storm plus snow. And our power was out 5 hours shy of 6 days. So you might as well just call it 6 days. And I learned a lot from that time. And like I said, I done a video on it. You can go back and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. But I thought, the things I've learned, I'm going to do another video of preparedness for this storm, because there might be some things that I can show you that you've not thought of, or maybe you forgot. And I'll be honest with you, there might be some things that that could help me or wake me up to some new ideas. And I'd appreciate it if you leave it in the comments. Not just help me, but help others. But if there's some ideas that I don't cover or things that I might be able to do better, I would truly appreciate it if you leave it in the comments for me and everybody else to see and learn off of. But I have laid out everything that I can possibly think of to help you get prepared. And the main number one thing I can say is don't wait till it starts snowing or sleeting before you get prepared. Do it now. I've already went to my buildings, got everything I need. I've already brung it up here to the house. That way, when it starts, I don't got to trek out in a foot of snow, freeze my hands off, looking which building is this in or what shelf is that on. I've got everything. It's up here. I am ready to go. If you'll stick around towards the end of the video, I have got two super big tips for you that will really help you during this winter storm coming. And hey, like I said, let's help each other, but let's get into it. And again, I will leave a lot of the things I'm showing you. I will try to leave a link in the description. That way, if you're interested in them, either on Amazon or eBay, I'll leave it down there. That way you can click right on it and maybe purchase it. But let's get into it, and I'll show you what I've got and I've prepared for this winter storm. First of all, power stations. I can't stress that enough. If you follow my channel, you know that I am a power station nut, solar nut, but I have got plenty. I always like to show them because it might put a little fire under someone's butt to go out and purchase you one or two, maybe three or four. I have got plenty. Some have been given to me by companies to review, but most of them I have purchased myself. But let's go in here. Here's a few things. I've got other things to show you besides this. But again, hang around to the end of the video. I have got a couple of really, really good tips for you. Just hang in there. We're going to start off with flashlights. And I do recommend rechargeable flashlights or rechargeable batteries to put in them. But, if you just got regular old Duracell, hey, stick them in there. But have you some flashlights ready. These right here, I always try to show these every now and then. These are USB LED lights. It's just like a light bulb. It's got a hook on it. There's different brands and types. I've got some with a metal hook on them. These are the little cheap ones, and I wanted to show that because these are really affordable. On eBay, they sell them on Amazon too, but on eBay, they're free shipping, and the majority of them are around $2.50 to $3 each. The more you buy, they'll knock off a few cents. You can get like four of them for like, $6, $7, something like that. But it's got a long cord. And the thing that I love about them, it's a USB plug-in, just like your phone charger. These use right here 3 watts. You can get the 3 watt, 6 watt, and I believe it's a 8 or 9 watt. But I mean, that's an hour. 3 watts an hour or 6 watts an hour. LED, they put out plenty of light. Trust me, you can read a book under them. But you don't use your electricity from your power station and run it down to have lights. This will last forever. Another thing is these rechargeable lanterns. I've got different types, but these right here I bought this past summer. You get 4 in a pack, and I'm wanting to say roughly like $27 to $29 for 4 of them. They've got the little handles right here. They're rechargeable. I'm going to try to set this down to show you. Super bright, but you can hang them, hold them, carry them to the bathroom. They got the little end right here where you plug it up to recharge it. You can actually charge these off of solar, and you get 4 of these lanterns, and you get 2 cords, rechargeable cords in the manual. And these are about the best little rechargeable lanterns I've ever seen. They're small, but they are super bright. You get 4 in a pack, and you can charge these by solar. Right on top there, that's solar. USB, charge it off your power stations or whatever. And you can also put regular batteries or rechargeable batteries in the bottom. And the thing I love about these is you can charge it off of solar. It's got a little rechargeable battery built into it automatically. And when that runs out, if you have batteries in it, whoa, I'm about to turn them over. After you use your solar charged battery in here, when it goes dead, if you put regular batteries in it, it'll automatically click over to them regular batteries. So it'll go a long, long time. And again, you get 4. Let's move on here. Right here, weather radio. I've got a few of these, but I just laid one out to show you. Weather band. That way you can keep up with the weather if there isn't no cable, no electricity. Listen to music. This one here does have a flashlight, little piece of crap compass, but you know what I'm saying. You can listen to the weather, emergency channel. You got a light on it. It's rechargeable, and it's hand crank. I always recommend, if you're going to get a weather radio, make sure it's got a hand crank on there, and preferably a built-in battery to where you can recharge it. Right here, you got 2 little walkie-talkie radios. And the reason I say this, I don't believe there's going to be no super big emergency you're going to need these. But like me, my water meter is like, almost 400 feet down the road. And, if I have to go down to shut it off, or I have to go help a neighbor, at least me and my wife can talk. She can check in on me, maybe make sure that I didn't slip, bust my head open, laying out in the cold. You just never know. Give one to a neighbor or a relative next door or down the road. You can communicate with each other if there ain't no electricity, no phone lines. It's just good to have if you need them. They're not expensive, just something to think about. Right here is another form of light, is a lantern, oil lantern. You got your oil. Make sure you keep plenty of oil in the house. I collect these, so I'm definitely not poor on the lanterns, but it is good, something good to have anyway. Right here, and I will say, keep your vehicle's gas tank topped off when the storm is coming. Definitely keep gas in it, because you never know when you're going to have an emergency and maybe have to go to the hospital or run and get somebody to take them to the hospital. But this right here is a battery pack by Carcu. It's a car jump start, kind of like, jumping your battery, getting a boost. Plus, it has an inverter right there that you can plug in, and it's an AC inverter. You can plug up a lamp, you know, whatever you need, CPAP, whatever. But them are nice to have. There's different kinds, different brands, but it is nice. That way, if your car battery is dead because of the cold, you can go out there and jump it on this thing. Plus, this thing has USB, USB-C ports. Again, AC inverter, the jumper cables, a light. So it's just nice to have, something like that in case you do need it. That's the whole thing about prepping. You want to make sure you got it, even if you don't need it. But if you need it, it's there. Right here is a very small power station. Nothing huge, but it's great. It's got a light on it. It's got USB-C, USB-A. They're just nice to have. Plug these little lights right here into them. You can just carry it around, but they're just nice to have. Charge your phone or a laptop off of, tablet. Just really nice to have. Let's go over here. A backup source of heat. These little buddies, I caught this one on sale at the end of winter last year. Might have been at the spring, but I got this thing for like, I don't know, $50, $49.99 at Walmart. I ain't even opened it. Plus, I've got the Ozark Trail from Walmart. I got one of those. I done a video on it. I'll try to leave a link on it in the description. But these are handy. You just get the little 1 pound bottles of propane, hook up to it. You got a little bit of heat. I've got a fireplace insert here in the living room. I'll show you in a second. This one here, if the power does go off, I'll run my fireplace for the front of the house. I'll take this in the back bathroom to put a little bit of heat, back there. But it's just something handy to have. And now this bucket, I'm going to flat tell you. Now, my daughter didn't even have a clue what I was talking about till I explained it to her. Keep you, honestly, 2 to 3 plastic buckets around, 5-gallon buckets. The main reason is fill them up with water, set them in your bathtub. That way, by chance, if your water plant should lose electricity, yeah, they usually got a generator, a diesel generator backup, but let's say it goes out and then you have no water or your water pipes freeze. Fill these up, set them in your bathtub. That way, and I hate to bring this up, but life is life. You need to flush that toilet. You can take this right here and pour a little bit in your toilet and flush it. That way you ain't got to depend on the city water or well water to flush it for you. So it's just something to think about. At least you can flush your toilets, because if you can't, it ain't going to take long for your house to start reeking. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. And again, the 1 pound propane tanks. And another thing right here, which this is that little one burner for your propane tank. Put a little skillet or a crock, or not a crock pot, a skillet or a pot, cooking pot up here, and you can cook you some soup, chicken noodle, boil some water, whatever you may need. If you can't afford to really go out and buy some really good stuff, I ain't gonna call this no good. It's just more basic, but it does work, and that's why I have it. I bought one of these for my daughter and give it to her. She just got married and she's a little over an hour away. So that way I know at least they can make some soup or boil some water or whatever. And another thing, again, and this is where that 5-gallon bucket comes in. I was going to do a video on these, but there are plenty of them out there to watch on YouTube. This right here is a submersible water heater. You take this, put it in a 5-gallon bucket of water, and it'll drop to the bottom. You plug it up to a power station. If you got AC, great, but in an emergency, plug it up to a power station. This will heat your water up to 104 degrees. Now, there's different brands. They all have a different temperature, but this one is 104 degrees. It comes with a little thermometer that you can stick the wire in the bucket, and this right here will read how hot it gets. That way you know. But that'll heat up your 5-gallon bucket of water. Well, when you do that, you set this 5-gallon bucket of water in your tub or shower. Then you take this rechargeable submersible shower head pump. You stick this end right here into the bucket, turn it on. You just press the button after it's charged up. Keep it charged up. It'll pump the water out of your shower head. You can hit that little button when you want it to come on. Wet yourself down, turn it off to save the water and the pump, soap yourself up, lather your head with the shampoo, then click it back on, shower off. It's a quick old shower, but it's hot water. That way, if your pipes are froze or the water's off, after 2 or 3 days, your wife ain't going to get near you because you're going to stink so bad. But you can get a hot shower. They call these camping showers. But right there, I will leave the link in the description on it. But it's rechargeable and it is waterproof, so you don't got to worry. And again, the little heater, I'll leave all this in the description, but that way you can get a shower if you need to. Another thing is these little battery banks to charge your phone off of or a tablet. They're both solar. This one comes out and it has more solar panels, so it'll charge up quicker. I've got a little Anchor one. I didn't get it out, but this type right here literally is like 15 bucks on eBay. $17, somewhere through there, under 20 bucks guaranteed. But these are nice to have. I've already charged everything up, so we're ready to go. So let's move into here. Another thing, keep you some blankets handy. Not just for you. You might end up having company. Your neighbor might not be prepared, and they might be coming over knocking on your door. But keep you some extra blankets. Always keep you some toboggans, some gloves, coats, flannel shirts. We'll go over here and power stations. Again, I can't stress power stations enough. And I'm going to give you some readings on these, and I'm going to explain what I'm talking about. Let me get my paper here. Just want to show you this real quick. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, because I don't want to lie to you. I've got 3 different sizes here, and I do have a 5,000 to 5,000 watt units in my bedroom. Plus, I have a Pecron with extra batteries. It's over 9,000. So trust me, I mean, I've got enough. But just to start out with, this right here is a 1,000 watt. It's a Jackery, but you can get any brand, but this is basically a 1,000 watt. And this Jackery here will run my double door refrigerator right there. Just wanted to point that out. Pretty big refrigerator. It's not efficient at all, but this here is the Jackery 1000 V2, and it will run that double door refrigerator for 10 hours and 31 minutes. We move over to the Opes Exodus 2400, and I'm going to flat be honest with you, this is one heck of a power station. I really do like this. I even bought one off of a buddy, so I have 2 of these. These run great. 70-volt solar intake, which is excellent. And this thing, man, I'm telling you what, it's efficient. The Opes Exodus 2400, it ran my double door refrigerator for 22 hours and 11 minutes. And right now, I checked before the start of this video. I've been watching it for days, debating whether to get another one, but I'm not going to. I've got 2 of them. But these things right here, this exact thing, the Opes Exodus 2400, is on sale on the Opes website right now for $449, which is an excellent price. I'm telling you, you ain't going to beat it on any power station, any model. For the bang for the buck, this right here is awesome. $449 for a 2400 watt unit. Like I said, it ran my double door refrigerator 22 hours and 11 minutes. Right here is a larger one. This is the FozzieBot 3600. It's on wheels, extended telescoping handle. I mean, this is a beast. Gives you a bag full of all your cords, everything. You don't lack nothing on this. And these right now are on sale for $1,099. And you can get on line and find some discount codes. And on my FozzieBot, I've done a review video on this one, the FozzieBot 3600. I have a discount code in my description. I'm not going to swear to you that FozzieBot is still honoring it, but you can try it, save you a little bit of money. But these are so good, I'm flat going to be honest with you. I bought 2 more. I have got 3 of these. These run excellent. I love them. They're efficient. They've got the power. They last forever. On my double door refrigerator, the FozzieBot 3600 Pro, it ran my double door refrigerator for 60 hours. 60 hours straight. And that's why I bought 2 more. So I've got 3 of these. So I just wanted to point that out. Everybody, I think, should have a power station of some size. And just another tip while we're on the subject, don't forget to go get your extension cords out of your building or garage. Have them handy. You don't want to have a snowstorm come in and you don't have extension cords to run from your power station over to your refrigerator or freezer or lights, whatever you may be hooking up to it. So get everything ready and get it in the house to where you don't have to go out in the weather and get all this stuff. But again, I highly recommend some brand, some size of a solar power station. And again, you can hook solar panels up to these, charge them up, as long as you have sun. But I've already charged all mine up. I am ready to go. I learned from last year for 6 days, no power. But we'll go on into here. Another thing, you got to have your food preps. Get to the store, get what you need. And I can't stress enough, don't go buy steaks and meals that you're going to have to cook for hours and stuff. Get you some quick, ready meals, breakfast. Heat you up some hot water, cream of wheat, uh, uh, instant oats. Right there, some Pop Tarts. Hook up your little toaster to the power station. Cereal for lunch. Canned soups, even for dinner. Canned soups, ramen noodles, however you pronounce it. But things like that. And then get you some snacks. Fruit, bananas, potato chips, cookies, little snack cakes, stuff like that. And have you something to drink besides water. Right here we got Hawaiian Punch. My wife loves this stuff. It makes my sugar raise like crazy, so I stay away from it. I'm a coffee or milk drinker. But Kool-Aid right there to making the pitcher, little cookies and stuff. But boil your hot water, get you some hot chocolate mix, Swiss Miss or whatever brand you like. Coffee, which is gold. That long as I got coffee, I'm good. Uh, Hot tea, I love hot tea. But just something to change it up, because after 6 days, you're going to get tired of just drinking water. Trust me. But that's a few things you need to get ready. Just easy, quick meals. We've bought some bread, bologna, a little pack of ham. That way you can uh, cook you up a little hot bologna sandwich or ham sandwich or grilled cheese, stuff like that. Over here, now I've got two different ones. Excuse me there. This here is a Coleman gas stove, propane stove. And again, it takes the little 1 pound bottles of propane. You can cook off of this, and trust me, the gas propane here, they last forever. They really do. But you can boil you some water, cook you some soup, whatever you may need. Another way I've learned to boil water is these electric kettles. I can plug this up to a power station in roughly 5 to 6 minutes tops. It's boiled, it's ready to go, and it's a full kettle. So, like I said, hot chocolate, ramen noodles, instant oats, cream of wheat, whatever. But these are really nice to have. I'll leave a link for this too, but these are roughly like $18 to $20. They're not much unless they went up since I bought this one. Definitely get you some water, drinking water. Because, you don't want to put nothing in your mouth that ain't already been cleaned. So we went and I got 4 of these. Plus, I've got several 5 gallon water storage jugs put back. But I just wanted some fresh just so we could use to cook with. So definitely get you some water. That's today's dinner, homemade beef stew. My wife gets home, we'll have dinner. And right here, an electric induction stove. This is not my whole stove, if you can see. See what I'm saying? I bought this about a year ago, and these things are great. You plug this up to your power station, you have literally got an electric stove. And my wife made hamburgers on it one time. We were just giving it a trial run. And for like 3 hamburgers, I'm wanting to say start to finish, we used maybe 5% of a power station, which is not bad. So if you just save one power station just for cooking, it'll last you quite a while. So, an induction stove, I think this one here, I give around 75, maybe $100, somewhere through there. They're not super crazy expensive, but they're really nice to have, especially if you've got a gas generator or solar power stations. And that's something else I want to mention, gas generator. If you don't want to fool with a solar generator, get you a gas generator. I've got two out in my building just for an extreme emergency. Uh, no sun for my solar. At least I can hook it up and charge my power stations up, run the gas generator for an hour, maybe two, and it'll charge up 3 of my power stations, and then I can run them again anywhere from 10 to 60 hours. So it's just something to think about. But that is just a few little tips right there I wanted to show you. Now, towards the end of the video, we're going to go out here. I'm going to show you one of my tips I was going to give you. Now here is some of my solar panels. And then I have got this one. Walk down the steps here. And then I have got that one. That's a 420 watt. This is a 600 watt. And each strand right there is a 700 watt, 700 watt, and 700 watt. So I just wanted to show you that. And the little trick I was going to tell you is last year during that winter storm, I had ice and snow all over my panels, every one of them. And we didn't have a strong enough sunlight to melt it off. So that whole week, my panels were covered. This year, I used my noggin a little bit. That bottom row, I have took painter's plastic, a big roll of plastic, and I have covered this whole row right there. And I've took packing tape on underneath to keep it together, and on the ends I've took little clamps. I don't know if you can see that or not. There you go. So that's covered. The very end of it up there, I was lacking about an inch or two, no biggie, but they're covered. So after the snow and the ice, whatever we may get, covers all of my panels, I can take this plastic off and my panels are going to be just as clean as these. So that way, if I have to and I need to, I can get some solar in. And again, I've done this one, the 600 watt, the same way. So I'll have 600 and 700 watts right there. I can charge two power stations up at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And let's go in here and I'm going to give you another little tip. It's cold, I'll tell you that much. Let's walk out here on the front. And the same little idea for my power stations. I went last night, my last little trip, got a roll of plastic. This is the black plastic. And this one here is a 10 feet by 25 feet. And what I'm going to do there, if I can unlock the door, is if you can see my walk out here, Saturday or maybe Friday, tomorrow, depending on the weather, I am going to take this plastic and I'm going to cover my walk and even go up under my gate, because you see where it's wet right there? That's where my carport, let's walk out here. My carport right there, the way it leans, it drips right there. And every winter we have a big little sheet of ice right there. And I have busted my butt so many times it is not funny. But I'm going to take that plastic and I'm going to start outside the gate. And I'm going to work my way in and come all the way right here, right up my steps. And then I'm going to stop and I'm going to take some little bricks I've got, and little landscaping bricks right there below my bush. I've still got some of them. And I'm going to put them on the plastic on the edge of the walk. And then after we get our snow and get our ice or whatever we may get, me and my wife's going to grab maybe this side or this side and pull it over. And then we're going to have a clear path of walk with no ice and no snow. So that's another little tip, might help somebody. Whew, I'll tell you what, it's getting cold. But so there are some tips that might be useful for you. I hope that you might have learned something that you wasn't thinking of or maybe forgot. But, that right there, I'm telling you what, when you ain't got no power, that's a lifesaver, because there is nothing that'll make you feel better than a good hot shower. But yeah, you just need to get some stuff together and see what you need. But again, if there is something that I have not covered, or that you have a better idea for the idea that I presented to you, leave it in the comments. Let me and others know, because you're going to be helping us just like I'm trying to help you. But definitely get you these items little by little. I didn't go out and buy these one weekend. I mean, I'm a poor boy. Little by little, you just get this stuff and put it up. Again, like that little Tough Buddy, Mr. Buddy heater or whatever, I caught that on sale in the spring into winter, like I said, for like $49.99. I'm pretty sure it was roughly $50. and regular, they're like $99. So, just catch this stuff on sale, save you some money. But definitely have you a weather band radio, rechargeable and crank preferably, lanterns, lights, food, some way to cook, and again, backup heat. And I was going to show you, I forgot. See, we're all electric. Right there, I've got a propane insert mantle stove. I've got a big propane tank outside. It's full. I've turned this on once, more or less just to burn the dust off, test it out, make sure it's ready. So I've got a full 250-gallon tank. So I'm ready to go. But just in case maybe this thing was faulty, maybe I got a leak in the line for some reason I couldn't use it. Well, I can go and get this little buddy heater, which I've got, like I said, other little backup heaters in my building, but at least we wouldn't freeze to death. We could just put blankets up over the doorways, keep the living room warm. You just got to use your head. But yeah, different things. I hope this has helped y'all, and I really do pray for everybody that no one gets hurt, no homes burned down. It seems like it happens every time we have a winter storm. You hear of just tragedies, someone losing their home. I pray for everybody. I hope everybody comes through this good. They're saying this is a storm to really pay attention to. So I know last year was bad, and they're saying this one's going to be worse than last year. And I know my power electric, it goes off if the wind blows in the summer, and I am not joking you. There's 16 of us neighbors on one phase, and I can literally look across the road to the next phase. It's a house probably about 300 feet away from me, and they'll have their electric on, lights on, and we're sitting over here for 5, 6 days with no power. So that's the country for you, though. But hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment if you've got a better idea or just a whole new idea altogether. I will leave a lot of this uh, stuff, links in the description. I'll leave my last year's winter storm preparedness uh, link to that video in the description. I'd really appreciate a like, subscribe if you're not. I appreciate each and every one of you. And again, in case I didn't say this before, check on your neighbors, especially your elderly neighbors. They really need help. If you're able enough, go check on them. Let them know they have a place to come to if need be. But just check on them. Maybe you can help them out. Go out in their building and get some stuff for them if they're not able. But just be a good person. A godly person. I'll be honest with you. Just be nice to your neighbors. Hey, I thank y'all. God bless you. We'll catch you on the next video and stay safe. Take care, people.